Buongiorno. Hello, everybody.
Felicidades. Hello, grazie. Grazie for coming back.
Buon Natale. How is everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Bodacious Rant. We are Burn and Rye as always, and we're coming at you guys with a dual review this time. So this, how oh my god, I can't talk. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys, if you did shop Black Friday, not only did you make my life a living hell, but I hope you guys did it safely and were able to get some good stuff, not at mine and other retail workers' expense. I will preach about that because it's horrible what we get to.
It was just a jingle all the way situation. Get the mailman.
No, that's a customer. I don't feel bad for that. I feel bad for the people that get stomped on or tackled or chewed out by angry customers. Like, I have to work, okay? Leave me alone. Anyways, I rant on about something else. So now, we're going to talk about two of the latest movies that came out this last week. Some of them was on our radar. Others, one of them I was just like, oh, cool. Which is House of Gucci and Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. And yeah, let's do this mess. Why don't we, Burn?
Yeah, let's get right into it, man.
What do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? What are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and start us off.
Let's start with House of Gucci. What did you think of it, Burn?
Well, I mean, I've got to see House of Gucci over the weekend, and if people who don't know, which I don't know how you wouldn't know, it's Ridley Scott's new movie about the whole Gucci scandal that happened in the 90s. I don't want to say more than that in case people aren't aware of what happened. This is based on a true story. So
just Wikipedia, I already know what happened. I saw it happen.
Don't tell me it didn't happen. But yeah, it's about that. Starring an all-star cast. Lady Gaga, who's getting all the hype right now. Adam Driver, always great in everything he's in. Al Pacino, Jared Leto, who's almost unrecognizable in this movie, and then other really good actors
Salma
Hayek, yeah, and Jeremy Irons. So needless to say, this is an all-star cast, and it's unfortunate because the movie doesn't quite live up to the cast that's involved. Not to say that the movie is completely bad. I think the performances themselves really lift the movie up, but I feel like the movie really lacked a sort of energy to it. It felt like events just kind of unfolded. Ridley Scott has this very cold approach to his filmmaking, and sometimes it's just not for the best. With some movies it works, and for other movies it doesn't. He's very, very hit or miss, and when he hits, I mean, he really hits. And when he misses, it's kind of just like,
he misses. But he blames it on phones. He doesn't blame it on himself. I think that's what happened to a lot of these directors. I'm sorry, Bird. I just was like, he be telling you this fucker doesn't know what he's talking about. He's probably on his phone half the time.
No, Sir Ridley Scott. I was not. I mean, Ridley's been an old coot for the longest time. I mean, I remember a time when he hasn't been cranky. but yeah, with the his dual release movies this year, he had The Last Duel that came out earlier this year, and then now House of Gucci, and it seemed like The Last Duel was the better effort of the two. Like I said, this movie lacks a certain energy with the story and the characters involved. You feel like there should be a little bit more extravagance and some more buoyance going on, and we really don't get that. Like I said, the movie just kind of unfolds, and the character performances aren't enough to really uplift the movie. So it is a 3 out of 5 for me. It's not a complete dud. I enjoyed a lot of it. It's just there's a particular point, I know when it happens in the movie, when the energy just completely dies out. And that's really unfortunate. But, I mean, a lot of the hype going in is for Lady Gaga in the starring role. And much like A Star is Born, she's well worth the hype. I mean, she's a fantastic actress. I mean, she's shown herself, 2 for 2 now in my book. And, if people are interested in just going to watch her, I don't think they'll leave disappointed.
That's high praise.
Not really, but if I guess for her, but for everything else,
definitely for her, not for the movie itself. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. I mean, again, that movie definitely wasn't on my radar at all, just because I just know of Gucci, the brand. I'm not really into the super high fashion stuff. I'm not going to lie. Just because...
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't interest me. So I didn't realize there was a whole scandal behind Gucci. So I kind of get interested in it. But you're not the first person to tell me it was a little bit of a disappointment. So... again, everybody take it with a grain of salt. Maybe you guys loved it. Maybe you guys want to go watch it. Still, great.
Yeah,
I hope
just
you guys
my
do.
opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Go check it out. Now, should we get started with the other movie I saw?
Please do.
Okay.
I really want to know.
All right, I gotta find the right way to say these things. So Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is the latest video game adaptation specifically for this franchise. I think like the 7th or 6th movie trying to redo this one.
Kinds.
Yeah, not including the animated one, so maybe like 10-ish. But it doesn't matter. This is a whole new reboot of live action, and that was the thing. I loved the cast. It had Kaya Scodelario as, oh my god, Claire Redfield. I thought she looked great. That's one thing. The cast looked the part. Everybody looked great. The only thing I will say is that the guy who played Leon S. Kennedy, let me look up that actor's name. I apologize. Hold on real quick. Give me one second.
Actor from...
He was from Zombieland 2.
Oh, that's right. The love interest of Abigail, right?
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, yeah. So I think... I can't say his name. Joya? I can't say it. It's Joggia. So I apologize for butchering that name. But anyways, I thought maybe they made him look a little too messy in the movie. But again, because Leon in the games and stuff is a little more clean cut. I don't expect him to replicate that, but I think it could have done a little bit of trimming. Anyways, the cast looked great. I like that they went back to the 90s aesthetic, because the games did start out around the 90s.
Yeah, 98.
Yeah, so they got the aesthetic right. The setting looked pretty accurate to the old games, especially since I played Resident Evil 2 last year.
The remake, right?
Yeah, the remake during quarantine. So
yeah,
that was the Resident Evil that was on my mind, and I was really excited to see this movie until I actually saw it. It was not good. It has still failed. I don't know why they can't get Resident Evil right. It really is a bummer. It was very lacking of scares. The deaths were just idiotic, almost like super corny to the point. Like, yeah, I could see that in the video game, but not in a good sense. They lean. It's a very faithful adaptation to a video game. However, maybe it should have not been that way, if that makes sense. Right,
because the first two, I guess maybe like the first 4 Resident Evil games, they do have a pretty big level of camp to them. So is that what they kind of translated into the movies? I think they tried
to do that. Yes, there were some jump scares, some cool practical effects, makeup, but overall, this movie's dead. I'm giving it a hard 2 out of 5, partially just because lack of scares, acting wasn't that great for half the cast. They did Leon dirty. That's all I'm keeping it as. And the effects for a movie like this were just not great. When the CGI came in, you knew it was fake. So,
one question that I do have is the movie looks like it's adapting the first game and the second game. Does that kind of make it a little bit messy, where the story seems stretched a bit too thin?
Absolutely.
That's my worry.
I think they need to separate it or turn it into a series. I think this would have been a lot better service to fans had it been like a live action show, or just broken up into 2 different movies. Like, introduce the cast, fine, but spread it over, and that's how you really build the franchise back. This did not do a great job. But would I still rather watch this over the originals? Sorta, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
That was my next question.
I mean, at least maybe, like, because this one actually felt like you're watching the game. I will say that. It's more true to the story for the most part, where the originals were just completely just its own thing.
They were their own thing.
Yeah, so it really is going to be up to preference. Again, this is my opinion. Maybe you guys saw it and loved it. If you're a diehard Resident Evil fan, I respect you, and if you like it, cool. I'm a little surprised, but at the same time, I'm not super into Resident Evil like maybe some people are. So, but it was just bad. I was very disappointed. I was looking forward to it last year. I remember thinking the cast, oh my god, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah. And no, that was the cast was the only good thing about it. They actually looked the part, so that's it.
Damn it. Well, that's very unfortunate. I just wish they would get that property right, because I'm a pretty big fan of the Resident Evil games, and to hear that is disappointing, because I've been looking forward to a proper live action adaptation. It seems like I still gotta wait.
I don't know if they can get it right. I just don't think whoever gets these stories just don't know the material and don't know how to blend it right. I don't know. It's so freaking weird. It's not all that difficult, I don't think, but who knows, man. We'll have to wait and see. But anything else? Shall we add, Burn, or does that conclude our double review?
I think that concludes our double dud review.
I bet if you saw two of these movies, if you saw two of these movies, both of these movies, they equal a 5. So
I should have just gone and watched Encanto. Damn it!
No, I should have, man. I'm sorry. Or I'm gonna go see Ghostbusters again. One of the two. But
or Dune.
Or Dune. Yes, that's coming out in IMAX again. I'm so excited. Until next time, everybody, we got Hawkeye review coming up soon, so keep an eye on that.
Yep,
and
first 3 episodes.
Yep, and there's some movies coming out later this month, especially Spider-Man. We're excited to talk about that.
Oh gosh,
it's gonna be an epic month, an epic ending to this year. So stay bodacious, keep on ranting, stay safe, and above all, go back to the movies.
Absolutely, everybody. We will see you all on the next one.